Hello friends, it's Simone. I have more samples from Roxie. I don't know if this is the last batch, but yeah, she sent me so many awesome samples and I'm really excited to swatch those. Most of them I haven't swatched ever before, and I have heard of several of them that I was thinking of maybe trying. But you know, I have so many samples, as you might know, that I am currently trying to get rid of them instead of bringing more in all the time. And so when I see something, I'm like, okay, I'll just write it down. And then once I'm done and there's people out there who have those samples, then I can ask for them. But we are swatching Montblanc Irish Green, Kobe number 15 Maiko Green, and Kobe number 19 Minatogawa Lime. All greens. Interest. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna swap this around because I think that this is not a bad idea. I think these labels were all written with the ink that is inside. So we are continuing with the green, but then we're starting into the shimmers. This is Colorverse, and then I don't know, is it Brane or Brane? I read Brane, but I'm German, so this is how I would pronounce it. But I don't know what the right pronunciation is. I have heard many things about this when I just started, but I haven't heard anything recently. But I was curious about this, definitely. Jacques, Herbin, Vert, Atlantide. This I'm curious about too. These four are all shimmer inks. Wearingeul 12th Night, I am absolutely certain that I have swatched this before, but you know, maybe I'm changing my opinion about an ink now too. I am, however, not sure that I will add this to my box. As with all of those, I might add all of those to my sample box. I might also give some of them away. And last one, Van Dieman's Mad Half Hour. Looks like a really purpley shimmer. So I'm going to start and swatch on two different papers here. This is Tomoe River paper 52 GSM in a notebook from Paper Penguin Co. And then I'm also swatching on what is this? Mixed media paper from Artist Loft. This is Michael's house brand. And Roxie. Samples. Part. I'll add the part something something, and they were sent to me in July, I believe, of 2023. So I think also I don't want to keep samples for that long. There is definitely the possibility that the water will evaporate, the possibility that they go bad, and that they are just not the ink that is actually in the ink bottle. And so it would be awesome if I would be able to get through quite a lot this year. What is this called? Mixed media paper by Artist Loft. And I'm using cotton swabs and my Kakimori brass dip nib on a Tachikawa nib holder. First ink is Montblanc Irish Green. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, then my friend Iron Mick is really very much enamored with this ink at the moment. He says it's one of his favorites. Ooh. Maybe I waited too long. This feels quite dry, but we'll see. And then I'll go along this way. How are you doing? I am currently off. I've been off quite a bit taking care of my new puppy. And that's kind of cool. He is growing so much right now. And yeah, so I might have to stop in between this video. You probably won't notice. Maybe you will hear him bark and let me know that he needs to go out because it is close to the time, but I just wanted to film and not wait for him to say, oh, I need to go pee, Mom. And so I decided I'll risk it. So this is Montblanc. Yeah, not Montblanc, Montblanc. And then Irish green. It definitely behaves quite nicely on the nib, so my first impression probably wasn't right. A, B, C. There's not a lot left on this nib holder. Nib. And then A, B, C. And now there's so much on there. I think this is not the actual true color. Maybe in a very dry, very fine nib you would get the lighter green, but I believe that when you have a wet pen you would probably see more of the darker greens here. Let's see how this works in here. Yep, I like the broad line. Let's see, finer line, and then the basically 90 degrees line is the finest that you can get, but it's definitely not as fine. This is probably close to a medium nib, I would imagine. Irish green. If you have a Kakimori dip nib, and you have problems with the ink writing, try holding it at a higher angle, maybe almost 45 degrees from the paper, like, you know, this, not, this is 90, and then maybe like this, so it writes with the, wow, great, with this part of the nib. I don't know if that would help, but it definitely, this is how I hold it, and you can see that I don't usually have problems with it writing. The only time that I have problems with it is when I hold it really really flat to the paper, and that actually makes sense because it looks like it is kind of conical, and then maybe you would hit it with this when it's already going back up here. So it definitely needs to touch the paper. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's my impression that I get, and it seems to be working just fine. Yep, and then let's add this here, and then move on to the next one, which is Koba number 19, Maiko green. This is a really dark one, looks like it, and it looks like it showed some chromatography, and that went into the turquoise colors. Maybe I'm just like imagining things, but I'm really curious. Oh, I did not expect this from what I saw on the label. This is so dark, but it's so nice. I like this. Well, actually, I think it, is this chromo shady in a weird kind of way? Is it just to me, or do you see this same? Like it's going towards yellowish colors, but I also see some blue undertones, but maybe I just want to see those. Who knows? Let's dip this in again. So this is definitely an ink that I want to try. Oh, I like this. It's more yellow on the mixed media paper than it is on here. Oh, I have to say that all of the Kobe inks that I tried, like swatched, I haven't put many of them in my fountain pens yet. They feel really, they they look like very unique colors to me. They also feel like they're always very well behaved. Cobit number 15. And what was it? Did it say Maiko green? And also when you don't, it sometimes just helps to turn your nib slightly so that another one of the grooves can fill your paper or flow. A, B, well, it doesn't. If I compare this to the flow on the Montblanc, it's definitely not giving me as much ink on the paper. But man, I'm curious to see how this looks on paper. Well, it like in a pen on paper. That's what I'm saying when I mean on paper. Ooh. Now the nib is definitely very saturated with ink, as you can see. And I think Cobra number 15, Maiko green. When I used the acrylic nib holder, the yellow one that you saw on the videos before 2024, I think it was a tiny bit slimmer here, and so it would go in the vial more easily. And it wasn't wood, so I wasn't afraid of getting it like wet. But when I dip it in and rinse it, I'm still getting it wet. So I could just go for it, but it seems like I don't dare. Okay, let me try and get let's do this. I think this is the Maiko green. Let me just dip it in one more time and just dip it on the paper towel and see how it spreads and what the colors come out. Yeah, language is not my thing right now. Okay, so I got these two. Where's the lid? Not here. And then next one. Minatogawa Lime. This, I assume from the title, is probably one of the ones that is more bright, but we will see. Q-tip. I used to cut the tips off like very close and then use them on the other side another time, but I have found somehow my scissors aren't working as well anymore. Seems like it. And they just jump everywhere. And I just can't cut them off closely. And so then I'm down here and it's too short to dip in. So now I'm just using it one this side and one on this side. Oh, no, it doesn't seem like there's a specific color. Oh, ew. Back to this. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is wrong, what is happening with me, not what is wrong with me, but in fountain pens, hoo-ha, I seem to be someone who I really like brown pens. Not so much brown inks, but brown pens definitely speak to me quite a lot. And green inks, green pens as well. I'm super excited that I was able to get the green demonstrator of the Pelikan. Maybe I need to check on the pub. Kobe number what? 19. Minatogawa. Lime. This is such a legible olive green. I'm specifically a sucker for these ones. And it seems to flow much better than this one. Okay, I need to go. Be back in a sec. Yay, I'm back. Didn't take that long, but I hope he's going to fall asleep. What I like with the Kobe inks that they often have this blackish, this looks black, sheen on top. Yeah, I very much in. I really like this one. Oh. Kobe number 19, Minatogawa. Gava lime. Man, okay. I have purchased 2 bottles of Kobe inks from the San Francisco Pen Show on the Sunday. They do buy one get one free, so they don't have to take the bottles back home to Japan with them. Nagasawa, who is the only seller of this ink, well, they are the makers. You can buy them, for instance, at Venice as well. So they're not the only ones, but they are the makers. That's also not true. They are the ones who have them made, I believe, by Sailor for their store, the Nagasawa store. And they are all basically exclusive to them. And I purchased 2 bottles that I haven't swatched yet, and they are not up for a while. But in one of my notebooks, which is obviously not here right now, what a bummer, I also purchased the green, but I didn't purchase this one. So maybe next time I'm at the pen show, I need to look out for the ones that I swatch right now. But I believe that, of course, on the Sunday, the inks there's only those left that people don't necessarily gravitate towards or that they haven't seen online yet. So it's slim pickings at the end, towards the end. But I remembered that from 2022. And so I specifically went there to buy inks. And so I just got something that looked nice. And they're totally colors in my wheelhouse. It's a green and a turquoise. And of course, I will swatch that. Oh, I think I have swatched them in here. The ink that I am swatching right now is Colorverse. I'm going with Brane. If that is not right, then let me know. Where would those be though? Okay, not here. Here? Nope. Yes, right here. So I purchased the Maya Kaigan Apple Green, and then I also purchased Aotami Cascade Green. These are definitely 2 colors that are in that green, blue, teal color scheme. But I think I'm looking forward to getting that number 19 in a pen for sure. Okay, Brane is okay. I think I prefer colors that look more like this than this. This looks a little bit dirty to me. And of course, since I have talked so much right now, I need to shake this up a little bit so we can actually, oh, she's not here yet. So we can actually see some shimmer because I don't really see anything on here. Let's see if we can get some here. 2, 3, and a line and a square-ish shape. Yeah. Don't measure. Well, actually, I like this too. I just like greens. Maybe I can, I don't know. Do you see any shimmer here? I don't. Maybe up here. I do believe that the shimmer in Colorverse inks is quite fine. I don't really think I have used a shimmer ink from, oh no, that's not true. I have used Colorverse I'm a Cat. I believe that's the color name. It's a really bright blue with tealish shimmer, if I'm not mistaken. But if you have experience with Colorverse shimmer inks, let me know. I would love to know how they perform in pens. Colorverse Brane. I have to Google what that actually is. Is that anything? Is that just, no, it probably has something to do with stars, sky, something. Maybe I'm completely off. Colorverse Brane. And then A, B, C. That looks good. A, B, C. Okay, and what kind of shimmer is this then? Silver? No, green. Is it a green? I can see some shimmer right here. I hope you can see too. It looks more like a silver greenish shimmer, maybe. So, next ink, next color, and then hopefully I don't want to be done, but you know what I mean. I don't want to keep you for too long. There's 3 more. We could do this. We could do this. I have to make lasagna later on. Well, later on. When I'm done with this, this is the next task that I do. Jacques, Herbin, Vert, Atlantide, because I always make lasagna from scratch. That's number 1. That's why it takes so long. That's why I have to prepare it before but I am going to take the puppy. Okay, I did not expect this color to be like that. This is pretty. Oh, is this beautiful? Oh, I have never looked up this ink. And Roxie, if you're watching this still, if you're still watching my videos, then you picked some amazing colors for me to try. Awesome. I love them all, most of them. Even the ones that I'm not planning on putting in fountain pens are really, really pretty inks. That's for sure. Oh, wow. This is a shimmer ink, unfortunately, but I wonder, let me just grab, oh my God. I want to see what this looks like in a pen. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so beautiful. So let me check. Where's my color ring? So I'm looking for one specific ink. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you think I'm looking for Vert de Gris, because I believe that's a similar color. But where is that? Is that with the blues or with the greens? So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if YouTube sends emails to people who comment. That's what usually happened, or at least that's how I have my settings. So when I comment on a video and then the person replies, I get an email with the comment reply. And I've reached out to people. I'm currently experiencing this with the ephemera that I'm giving away and the ink samples that I gave away 2 weeks ago, two videos ago. I have contacted the people that I want to give them to, but I haven't heard from them yet. So I'm curious to know if you still receive my replies to comments, if you can turn that off. I don't have any other way to contact the winners. So if I don't hear back in due time, I will just move on to the next person. And that's what I did. However, I also haven't heard from the next person yet. So now I'm starting to question, is this me or is this the person that I'm looking for Vert de Gris if I haven't said it yet. And I can't find it. Oh, here. No. What happened? This went down like this color and now it's more green. Is this a shimmer? This is another one of those wow inks. Oh, wow. Okay. I want to try this. Yeah, maybe I should have just looked at the ink when it started drying, because then I didn't even have to pull out the swatch. Okay, so yeah, I'm really curious what is happening here. Do people not want the samples? I'm really curious, because I have such a hard time doing things like that, like remembering to notify the winner, sending things out, like being on top of these things. And then when something like that happens, that I don't hear back from the person who I picked, then like my whole life falls apart. Now that's a little bit exaggerated, but you know, then it sits there, and then I have to I forgot an N. Then I still have to remember after a while, and then I'm like, wow, what happened? Then I have to go dig deep. Oh my God, this ink. What is this? This is a whole green thing that I'm in love with. Okay, Jacques. Yeah. Jaeger. Jacques. Herbin. And this definitely looks like the dirty waters, the ocean, Atlantide. Ow. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. A, B, C, and A, B, C. I guess I'll have to pick samples from my D-stash pile to give away. Or I'm just not going to give anything away, so that I can actually get those out that haven't been claimed yet. It's really irritating. And yeah, I don't really know what to do, how to do that differently in the future. If you have any ideas, I do really want to get rid of, I mean, I can just dump them down the drain, but I feel like I'm not doing justice to those inks. But then also I'm saving money with not shipping them out. I am saving fossil fuels. I'm saving plastic packaging. So yeah, I'm irritated. That's what I am. So this is Wearingeul 12th Night. Yeah, I can pass this along very easily. This is just an ink that is too light for me. I don't know what pen I put it in the last time I used it. I used it once, and it was okay, but it wasn't that overwhelming. I see it on other people's videos or in their writing samples on Instagram, and it looks really beautiful, but I don't seem to be able to recreate that same feeling that I get from when I see the images. And my thought just now was maybe the images are edited. That could be a thing. I don't suspect that they are. But I also don't know what this looks like on video right now. So let me check if I have used it. I did. There. So day 2. That's easy to find. Blushing mushroom. Yeah. Maiko Sport Frosted Coconut, and it clogged. Maybe this wasn't the right pen to use. I loved the swatch. It's so beautiful, but it's just not it for me in a pen. And if I'm not doing art with my inks, so it should go to a better home, so that someone else can enjoy this ink. And I personally usually, most of the Wearingeul inks that I have used so far are quite well behaved, even the shimmer inks. So maybe it was the pen that is a pen that I'm ready to pass on as well. So yeah, there it is. And then let's put this on here. I already have a swatch card for this. I just made one. Twelfth night. Let's see if there's still ink left. Yeah, but you can also see how different the line width is with those basically broader strokes. They sometimes, they sometimes work really well and sometimes they don't. And oftentimes when they don't work really well, they the ink is more on the drier side. It's not necessarily a super dry ink, but it's definitely not a wet flowing ink as either. So last one, and then we are done and I'm off. So was I done with the lasagna thing? Yes, I am doing lasagna from scratch. That's just how I learned it, and so I do it. But I could do that this afternoon when my kids are at climbing practice. But the puppy is getting neutered tomorrow, and he is now, I don't know, 3.5 months old. And we did not make the neuter appointment. That is through the rescue organization that we went through. They only give away animals that are neutered or spayed. And so we need to go back to the rescue, and he's going to stay there for the day. All this to say, he is finally acclimated well enough that we can actually start socializing him. But since he's getting neutered tomorrow, we will probably have to take it a little bit slower for a while as well. And so, well, depending on how, I can't imagine how this puppy is going to be slow and not bouncy and not doing all the things. I'm really curious to see how that is going to work out. Did I say what this is? This is Van Dieman's Matte Half Hour, and that is a beautiful wine red, purple. All of those inks are so cool. Van Dieman's. Matte Half Hour. And so my plan is, because I am home today, I can actually prepare dinner, and so I can drive them down, and then see how the puppy is doing. Well, take him with me and then see how the puppy is doing. If he is really good, if he's awake, if he's not having any problems, we can walk out of the parking garage, walk to the climbing gym, maybe even go inside, and then go back home. And so I don't have as much time as I usually have to prepare that, and especially with a baby, everything takes so much longer than it usually does. And so I just want to be prepared, and I don't want to eat dinner at like bedtime, basically. So that's my plan for tonight and this afternoon, and that's why I need to prepare that. So here is Van Dieman's Matte Half Hour. These inks are all lovely. I also love how they go together like this. They're all moody-ish. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful color palette. I don't know if I would want to ink pens in all greens, but this looks so good, and they're all different enough to not interfere with each other. You still get a different experience. I love this. I love this. Yeah. So this seems to be blue purple shimmer here. This is a beautiful ink for sure. This is a beautiful ink as well. Look at the blue shimmer on here. So pretty. This is one that I will be giving away, and I don't have my ink sample box right here, but I will put together 5 samples with including Wearingeul 12th Night. And if you would like to receive that sample giveaway, then let me know in the comments below. I will notify the person that I'm sending the inks to 1 week from today. If I don't hear back 48 hours after I have notified you, I will move on to the next person. So you have a 2-day window after the 7 days after the announcement of checking if you haven't received and getting in contact with me. I'm available on Instagram, Simone. My email address is really easy. It's simone@gmail.com. And so I would really please for you to work with me, and there's no shipping costs included for you, nothing. So I would just like to send them out really in a timely manner after I have announced the winner. Winner sounds weird. There is nothing to win here. I'm going to give away inks all through the year. So yeah. Alrighty. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. I hope you have a great, I don't know, February? Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're there yet. See you next week. Bye.